What's up, guys? Welcome to my voiceover. I was recently sent home from college in Boston, and I'm back home in LA now, but I wanted to just pop in and say hello really quick before this video starts and say just thank you so much for the support on my last video. I've been feeling just like kind of uninspired the last couple weeks, and it's always nice to see such positive comments, and thank you for that. And now let's get into this week's video. Hello guys. Quite evidently a lot has changed since the last time I filmed. I'm just as bored as many of you probably watching this video are. I had a fun idea to do something because I've been pretty stagnant, or that's not the right word, boring the last few days, and I'm a songwriting major, so I write music. The creative functioning part of my brain has not been very active the last week. I miss writing music. I don't feel poetic. I feel like I have nothing to write about. Tonight, I wanted to test myself and try something where I pick a topic and I basically write a verse and a chorus just to see how much I can get out in a short amount of time. So what I did is I wrote down 4 different ideas of songs I could write about. And we all know the one thing I love to write about is something I know nothing about, and that's love. I'm gonna grab my guitar. Earlier when I was doing some schoolwork, I had some idea. I've written about not necessarily like being cheated on, because that sucks. I've never written in the perspective of like I cheated on someone. And of course I would never cheat on anyone. Cheating sucks, don't do it. Not to justify people cheating on other people, but like what your perspective is in the situation, like why they felt the need to find love from someone else from the cheater's perspective. And you know, I think you meet people in your life who just treat other people like they're interchangeable, and that sucks. And disclaimer, I'm not doing any weird chords, not that I ever do, because I just want to like see what I can get out in a really short amount of time. So the first thing that kind of comes to my head is like that person saying to their significant other, I want to tell you that I'm upset, but I'm not, because like I guess if you cheat on someone, you're somewhat not happy in the relationship you're in. So basically that person saying, basically like, I'll tell you what you want to hear, that I'm just as sad as you are about it, but I've not cared for a while, you know what I mean? Okay, I just took some time to figure out a chord progression, but I'm just gonna do like something like that. Tell you what you wanna hear that like, that I'm as sad as you are. Here, I'll tell you what you wanna hear, that I'm as sad as you are. But like, I've felt this way for a while, so it doesn't shock me, or it shouldn't shock you. Kind of like checked out, like you don't mean anything to me, so like I've checked out longer than I've even loved you for. I'll tell you what you wanna hear, that I'm as sad as you are, dear, but I've checked out longer than I've loved you for. I feel like if I'm gonna write about someone cheating, it needs to be like, this person sucks, you know what I mean? Or I suck, because it's in my perspective. I suck. Basically, like, you blame that person for not loving you. It's your fault for why I cheated on you. Repeat the first verse, so like, and it's your fault for what I did, and then justify why you did that, I guess. So did, filled, it's like a slant rhyme. So if I'm cheating on someone, it's your fault for what I did. I'm trying to keep it like a conversation. So like, it's your fault for what I did. He had the parts you couldn't fill. It's not the worst thing. And it's your fault for what I did. He had the parts you couldn't fill. And I cannot be sorry that he did. Just for the sake of time in this video, I'm probably gonna write a pre-chorus and then come back to you guys. I'm thinking the pre-chorus is just gonna be like justifying it, continuing like, you know, this sucked in my perspective. I didn't have the heart to tell you that, but so I cheated on you. That's what I want for the pre-chorus, so I have the pre-chorus. But don't tell me you couldn't see light anymore, and I might be mistaken of what I did it for. So I'm like continuing this douchebag approach. Don't tell me you couldn't see the light anymore. So basically you're like putting it into this, I'm putting into my significant other's head that it's like, just admit to yourself that you don't love me even though you do. And I might be mistaken of what I did it for, but I'm not gonna be bothered about it anymore. C to E7 to A minor, 7. You had me good and I bet you knew it. As in like, you thought I would never cheat on you, which is usually how it goes, because it's I guess there's flags. I don't know. I don't know anything about love. I don't know anything about cheating, let alone love. But so basically, like, you had me good and I bet you knew it. Okay, so I've been figuring out a chorus. I think I've got it. I'm just gonna do a verse and a chorus so I can move on with the next topic, and I'm gonna call this song Again and Again, because once a cheater, always a cheater.
Tell you what you wanna hear, that I'm as sad as you are, dear, but I've checked out longer than I've loved you for. And it's your fault for what I did. He had the parts you couldn't fill, and I cannot be sorry that he did. But don't tell me you couldn't see light anymore, and I might be mistaken of what I did it for, and I cannot be bothered no more for it. You had me good, and I bet you knew it. You kept me close until you had to go, and so I went and cheated bad. But sometimes love is just like that. Oh, you drove me mad again and again.
Okay, I was just gonna film this video quickly, but I ended up liking this, and so I wrote the rest of it out. I'm not gonna play it, but I did the second verse as in continuing blaming the other person. So you made me think that I was safe, that every day would be okay, but the pressure still, I couldn't hold the weight, as in I couldn't just confront this person and break up with them. So I filled the space with what I could, with someone who just understood, and I'm sorry that it seemed the way it looked, as if it wasn't actually cheating. But don't tell me you couldn't feel alive anymore, and I might be mistaken, but it's me I did it for, because I'm selfish. You had me good, and I know you knew it. You kept me close, and then you had to go. So I went and cheated bad, but sometimes love is just like that. You drove me mad again and again. But for today, I have to go. I loved you then, but now I don't, because you drove me mad again and again. Yeah, that took longer than I thought it was going to, but maybe I'll record that. So, the next scenario I created is our favorite form of love, watching someone walk away from you, and there's nothing you can do about it because they just don't like you. Genuinely, what I've learned, and for people also going through it, you realize when it's over, it's not you, it's that person, and they just don't like you that way. And if they did, they didn't give you the explanation as to why they didn't anymore, and that's not on you. Kind of a blessing and a curse. I don't know, you grow from everything that happens to you, but yeah, it sucks to watch someone walk away. So I thought I would write a nice little sad song. One of my favorite words to use in music is adore. I love that word. You adore something, you adore someone. So I think I want to surround that about how you adored someone who walked away from you. I think that's gonna be, I'm gonna bring it up to the 6th because I want a little finger picking folk vibe. I'm gonna sit for a second and figure out a chord progression. I'll be back after that. Here's the verse I came up with. The first lyric that came to my head was, I don't know if they say this, but something like this, three's a crowded room.
Oh, I was blind, I fell in so deep, hoping that I would be the only thing you need this time.
Ugh, I don't like this one as much, but I'm struggling. I have one lyric in my head that's you should take the time to fix yourself and how you can't get on without me, basically. Okay, chorus done. This is hard. My brain hurts, to be honest with you. I don't love this one, but I'll show it to you anyway.
Oh, I was blind, I fell in so deep, hoping that I would be the only thing you need this time, but how I was wrong. And I know it ain't the first time finding that three's a crowded room. I've lost all my pride, so go find someone else now to blame on. It ain't me that you're keeping around. I don't care if she's pretty, no. I don't care if she cures your problems about yourself and how you can't get on without me. I watch you go dancing alone, and so keep to yourself, darling. Would you always go promising people that you'll give all your heart and then some, until you find there's no one left to adore?
That was fun. It feels good to like force myself to write music, because I know I wouldn't right now otherwise. When I was watching TV earlier, I like thought of writing about how bored I am. I wrote this earlier, I didn't write this just now, but it's kind of funny, so I thought I'd play it for you.
I've been going kinda crazy in this four-wall box, letting all my hours go to waste. I've been talking to my TV, it's all things hazy, while the voices in my head talk to me. And lately I've been sleeping on at 2 a.m. I wouldn't say it's really healthy, but that's all on me. I eat the food that sits in my kitchen pantry. Shit, I miss college when it wasn't so easy, but we'll get right through it, I know we always do.
So that's it for my little songwriting video. If any of this at all seemed like I was like making a joke out of everything that's going on in the world, I promise I'm not. I'm just trying to make light in my own life and be productive as much as I can. Do something fun. I couldn't stress that enough. And all jokes aside, I do have some music that I'm planning to record. I actually was with a close friend named Carson back in Berkeley, but obviously that's been on hold. I'm gonna see what I can do with what I have at home. It's not a lot because a lot of it is put in storage right now, but we're almost at 3K, which is amazing. And thank you so much for the support on my last cover of Alec Benjamin's The Book of You and I. Go watch some of my college videos, which will resume in September. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Peace.